If you've been tuning into The Daily Show lately, especially this past Monday, you know exactly what I'm talking about. In a media landscape that feels increasingly like a shouting match inside a burning building, Stewart remains that one friend who sits you down, hands you a drink, and says, "Okay, let's actually talk about this." Today, we're unpacking the emotional weight of the goodbye. Not just the fear of him leaving us again, don't panic, we'll get to that, but the power of his final messages at the end of a broadcast. Because in 2025, a moment of zen isn't just a funny clip anymore, it's a survival mechanism. The goodbye scare. Let's just breathe for a second. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Whenever we see Jon Stewart and goodbye in the same sentence, a collective shiver goes down the spine of the elder millennial/Gen X population. We all remember 2015. We remember the gray beard growing out, the Springsteen cover, the feeling that dad was leaving to go get cigarettes and might never come back. Here is the good news. As of this week in December 2025, Jon isn't going anywhere. The reality, he's locked in through 2026. The vibe, he's seemingly having more fun and more rage than ever. But the anxiety is real because we know what it's like to lose that voice. That's why every time he signs off for a hiatus, like the upcoming winter break, it feels a little heavier than it used to. We cling to these episodes because, frankly, the world feels heavier, and Jon has become our designated carrier of that weight. Monday's monologue, a different kind of sign-off. Let's talk about this week's final message. On Monday, Deck 1, we didn't get the joking Jon, we got the fiery Jon. We saw a man genuinely grappling with the absurdity of the current news cycle, specifically the use of slurs and the bizarre defenses of them. It wasn't just political satire, it was a plea for basic decency. When Stewart looks into the camera now, the jokes are still there, but the eyes are different. He's pleading with us to keep our humanity intact. He's not just reading a teleprompter, he's processing the trauma with us in real time. This is why his segments go viral instantly. It's not the punchline, it's the emotional goodbye to the nonsense. He bids farewell to the gaslighting. He waves goodbye to the idea that this is normal. It is high-conversion content because it validates our sanity. The old dog vulnerability. Remember earlier this year when Jon paid tribute to his dog, Dipper? That clip circulated everywhere. Why? Because it broke the news anchor facade completely. That moment taught us something crucial about the 2025 version of Jon Stewart. He is leading with his heart. In the old days, the final message was a moment of zen, a funny clip of a politician tripping. Now, his final message is often a call to action or a moment of shared grief. He's teaching us that it's okay to be heartbroken by the news. In fact, he's arguing that if you aren't heartbroken, you aren't paying attention. Why we can't look away. From an engagement standpoint, Jon Stewart is the ultimate case study in authenticity. He stumbles, he messes up words and leaves it in. He gets angry, visibly shaking paper angry. He loves. He talks about his family, his staff, and his guests with a warmth that feels rare on TV. When he says good night, it feels like a benediction. It's a reassurance that, hey, we survived another day of this. I'll be back next Monday. You try to be here too. The takeaway for today. So, as we head toward the holiday break and the end of the 2025 season, let's appreciate these goodbyes for what they are, checkpoints. They are reminders that while the news cycle is a relentless, grinding machine, we don't have to be. We can pause, we can get angry, we can cry about our dogs, and then we can come back next week and try to fix it all over again. Jon Stewart isn't saying goodbye, he's just saying, rest up, we've got work to do. And honestly, that's the only message I want to hear right now.